What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section. Hey, I want to say thank you. We have over 500 subscribers already. Already in 1 month, we have over 500 subscribers. Continue to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to build this community together. So, the Denver Nuggets just got done playing the Dallas Mavericks on January 25th, 2021, and the Denver Nuggets pulled out a miracle win, 117-113, fourth win in a row, 9-3 in their last 12. And here are my initial thoughts. Get out of here, Dallas. The refs tried to screw that game from the get-go. Jamal Murray made a dumb decision. He got kicked out of the game in the third quarter, and they still couldn't beat the Nuggets because Michael Porter Jr. is a problem. He's a problem. So everybody been asking, why is Michael Porter Jr. so special? Why is he untouchable? That's why. He was 6 of 10 from the three-point line, and it wasn't nothing. He could have hit 2 or 3 more. The dude had, off the bench, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 10 of 18 from the field, 6 of 10 from the line, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, and he was a plus 10. Plus 10 tonight. Michael Porter Jr. This was the Michael Porter Jr. game. The only reason the Denver Nuggets win this game is because of Michael Porter Jr., because of JaMychal Green. That's it. They balled out. Monte Morris balled out. Facu Campazzo balled out. That Denver Nuggets bench was lit the entire game. They gave Dallas problems. The bench outworked them, out-hustled them. Let's shout out to R.J. Hampton. Rookie coming off the bench after P.J. Dozier goes down, after Jamal Murray gets kicked out. And here we go. Rook, you up. Get it. Balled out. R.J. Hampton balled out. He was hustling, getting steals, going after rebounds. The only reason the Denver Nuggets won this game, Michael Porter Jr., JaMychal Green, Facu Campazzo, Monte Morris, and R.J. Hampton. And always Nikola Jokic. But Nikola, again, this might have been his most game of the year, his most meh game of the year. He only had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 of 13 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He was a minus 10. But the starters were a minus 10. The Nuggets were playing well. They had 38 points in the first quarter. They had 70 points at the half. They were up 12. And then that third quarter, all year, we've been talking about that third quarter with the Denver Nuggets. That's the worst quarter of the year for them. Worst quarter by far. They couldn't hit shots. They let Dallas go on a run. The next thing you know, Murray got fouled, didn't get called. He got frustrated. He tried to uppercut somebody in the area. You ain't supposed to uppercut another man. Simple as that. But they pulled out the win. They pulled out the victory. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was mad frustrated the whole game. I was yelling. I was mad frustrated the whole game because the referees were calling some nonsense. It was just a bunch of stuff happening. And every time the Nuggets were asking for a call, they weren't getting none. Jokic was getting hacked. Luka Doncic had like 8 or 10 free throws in the first quarter. What? But Nikola Jokic, though, he can't get it. Even though he's the leading MVP candidate, he can't get that, though. So I want to hear it, man. Dallas didn't have their whole rotation. I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They had their best players today. They had their best player. Kristaps Porzingis played. Yep, he played. Luka Doncic played. Yep, he played. Luka Doncic had a great game. 35 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists, 11 of 23 from the field, not efficient. 3 of 8 from the three-point line, not efficient. But, guess what? 10 free throws, 10 of 10. He was only a plus 8 with that. I really don't care, man. Not tonight. Now, tonight's about Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. saved this game. Look, my Serbian friends, Greece, Croatian, Argentinian fans, everybody on this channel, Michael Porter Jr., let's give that man his respect. America, let's give that man his respect. He played well, balled out. That man carried the Nuggets, played the entirety of the rest of the third quarter, through the fourth quarter, won the game because of Michael Porter Jr. tonight. That's why. That's why he's special. That's why Michael Porter Jr. has top 10 potential, top 10 player in the NBA potential. He's a walking bucket. They were getting in his face. They couldn't do nothing about it. If you leave him open, he's going to hit an open jumper, an open three-pointer 8 out of 10 times. Don't leave him open. He thinks differently. Michael Porter Jr. was playing defense tonight. Michael Porter Jr. had 2 steals tonight. 2. But he was getting crazy deflections. The steals he didn't get, he was getting deflections and other people were getting it. He was getting key rebounds. He was hustling on the boards on both sides of the ball. despite what was happening. Jamal Murray was out, no problem. You know why it was no problem? Because I already knew Michael Porter Jr. was playing well. He had like 18 points in the second half, y'all. I already knew. Once Jamal Murray went out, who was playing well, Jamal Murray, before he went out, had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 3-point line rather, and he was only a -1 tonight. He was playing well. The Nuggets were moving, but that Denver Nuggets bench is a problem, y'all. JaMychal Green, 17 points in 22 minutes, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and a +10. Facu Campazzo, 13 minutes, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, +12. Best plus minus on the team tonight because he made key plays. He was playing defense, and he was making sure everybody else was involved. That unit was special. That bench unit was special tonight. RJ Hampton played well. PJ Dozier, before he went out, had 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a +4 before he went out. Monte Morris, 26 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 of 5 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, +7. The bench was the difference. And let's give a shout out once again to RJ Hampton. 6 minutes, he had 1 rebound, but he was diving on the floor the entire time, making sure we got extra possession. Shout out to RJ Hampton. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get straight to this. That third quarter coaching job by Michael Malone was awful. Y'all, look, I have said it. I love Michael Malone. I think he is a top coach in the NBA, at least a top 6 coach in the NBA. I love what he's done with the Denver Nuggets. He got on him when he needed to get on him. But that third quarter was terrible. Will Barton didn't have it tonight. Neither did Paul Millsap. They didn't. Will Barton, 26 minutes, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's hurt. He played well down the stretch, better down the stretch. Paul Millsap, 19 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3-point line, -6. Didn't do anything. I was frustrated that third quarter because the only reason the Nuggets were up and playing well, the only reason that they were getting back in the game after Jamal Murray went out, and I believe the Dallas Mavericks got up by like 5 or so, it's because Michael Porter Jr., JaMychal Green was giving them problems. JaMychal Green tonight, once again, 17 points, 8 rebounds. I told you, we have talked on this channel. JaMychal Green will be starting at power forward, I say, by at least game 35 this year. It's not that Paul Millsap can't still play, but JaMychal can give you more at this age than Paul Millsap can, who's on his way to being 36 years old. He just can't do it anymore. Paul Millsap was great 3 years ago when we first signed him, 2 years ago, even last year for stretches. But again, he's just older. He just can't do it every time. He shouldn't be playing consistently. I mean, he needs to take some games off too. This would have been a perfect point. Adam Morris from DMVR said the same thing. I wrote it down in my notes. Will Barton and Paul Millsap, they should have taken the game off today. They're trying to get healthy. This Jamal Murray, man. Jamal Murray made a selfish decision. He made a selfish decision. I know he was frustrated. Look, it didn't look like he got him all the way. He didn't undercut him all the way, but it looked like an attempt. Either way, man, you can't do it. I know he's frustrated. I know he was getting fouled. But again, as a former D1 athlete, I understand frustration. I understand competition. I've seen it. I've made mistakes. I've gotten unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on the field in college games before. I get it. But once it happens once, you can't do it again. I learned that as a young buck on the field, and it's the same thing, man. He can't do that. He's a max contract player now. They need him out there. He can't do it. It was a selfish decision. I've never seen Jamal do something like that. But again, it's an accumulation of him being nicked up, accumulation of frustration with fouls. I don't know what it is, man. You tell me. Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now. He's not getting foul calls. He's not getting foul calls. Jamal Murray wasn't either. Jamal Murray had a one-handed three-pointer tonight when he got fouled. Going up into the motion, Tim Hardaway had grabbed his arm, but they still called it on the floor. I'm just like, what's the problem? What's the problem here? Anyway, here are game notes. Gary Harris was playing. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 32 minutes, lockdown defense. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Gary Harris was here to play. He was a -6, but he played well. Gary Harris is playing better. He's shooting better. He's shooting, I want to say, I think it's well over 40% for the last 8 games. He's playing well, y'all. He's just undersized, but he's playing well. Gary had 2 threes to start the game. Porzingis played not bad. He wasn't great tonight. Porzingis only had 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 6 of 18 from the field and a minus 14. Willie Cauley-Stein was a plus 17. I don't know where that was. He had 2 points and 3 rebounds. Anyway, again, 8 free throws for Luka Doncic in the first quarter. I'm just like, I wish Nikola Jokic would get this kind of attention from the referees. This is going to be the Nuggets death lineup. Listen to this. Nuggets death lineup this season. Monte Morris, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Michael Green, Nikola Jokic. I doubt that closing lineup against the Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, the Brooklyn Nets, that will be one of the most difficult death lineups in the clutch time in the NBA the entire season, because everyone can shoot, everyone can cut, and I'm trying to tell you, once Michael Porter Jr. figures out basketball more, he's going to be unstoppable. He looked amazing today. This might be the most complete game he has played in his NBA career. I was elated watching Michael Porter Jr. tonight. Elated watching him play. Anyway, MPJ was getting to the basket. Him and Jokic have an amazing 2-man game. And once Michael Porter Jr. works on his handles, it's going to be special. Second quarter, JaMychal Green had 2 threes. The Nuggets, PJ Dozier went down. He got hurt. I think it's a hamstring. We'll see what happens. Facu was playing decent, man. MPJ, I have MPJ notes all through here. He was just playing well. Jamal Murray was playing well. They had 70 points in the first half. I was like, all they have to do is play a semblance of defense in the third quarter. If the Nuggets could just figure out how to play defense in the third quarter like they play in the fourth quarter, no team would have a chance. None. They just don't for some reason. But y'all, it was a great game, man. It was a great game. The Nuggets are 10-7. The Nuggets are 9-3 in their last 12. One of the hottest teams in the league that's figuring it out. They're about to be the 4th seed in the West after tonight. I don't know what to say, y'all. The Nuggets are figuring it out. Even when they lose their second best player, they still rally. And the bench unit started it. Monte Morris, JaMychal Green, Michael Porter Jr., Facu Campazzo. They started it. They started that tonight. Man, y'all, the Nuggets are cooking. No, despite what the NBA is trying to do, despite the referees not giving them the call they need to get, they won a back-to-back. Again, I know that the NBA report came out that said Jamal Murray traveled, but again, man, that's basketball, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the Nuggets been screwed all year. And against the Kings, Jokic got fouled. The Kings went down. They scored. Buddy Hield scored. Tip in. They won the game. They didn't call it. The NBA said that was a foul. They shouldn't have won that game. And then even today, Jokic got fouled on an inbound when they're up 5, up 4, up 6. I think they were up 6 at the time. They were up 6. Jokic gets fouled on the inbound, but because the ball goes out on him, Dallas calls for a review. Dallas gets the ball because the ball went out on Jokic, even though they fouled. But the NBA said, we can't go back and correct the call now. Y'all, we've been dealing with adversity all year. The Nuggets won back-to-back games in Phoenix. They also won another away game here in Dallas. Y'all, man, they're coming. The Nuggets are coming, y'all. So, again, this team is on the rise, man. It was a very frustrating night. The Nuggets shouldn't have lost to the Jazz. They beat the Thunder, the Suns twice, now the Mavericks. Now they got the Heat and the Spurs and the Jazz coming up. I'm telling you, I feel a win streak here. Anyway, Michael Porter Jr. is a problem. The Denver Nuggets are on the way. 4-game win streak, 9-4. Welcome to my channel. I'm SwipaCam. Leave your comment. Let me know. Subscribe. Let's continue to build this community. Again, 500 subscribers in 1 month. Y'all, let's build this. This is our community. Let's continue to do this together. Again, SwipaCam. Appreciate you watching the video. I will see you on Wednesday after they play the Miami Heat. I'll catch y'all soon.